Our second of 3 first-round qualifiers. We'll have 3 more qualifiers for round 2. Then we'll be looking at an LCQ where the top 5 transfer to the Pro-Lite, main event later on tonight. So for the past few races, since the beginning of the year, actually, we've had 2 heat races for the Pro-Lite qualifiers, 2 sets of 2. So it's good to see more racers coming out of the woodwork for the championship weekend.
Under starters orders, here we go. Oh, Drew Freeland got into the clutch a little bit. He won't be penalized because they weren't on a hold yet.
Yeah, what you had seen there, ladies and gentlemen, at the bottom of your screen, our start line official was giving him the point, and as he goes across the line, he's looking for nods or head shakes. So once they do that, once everyone is good to go, pipes are up to temperature, that's when he'll give them the hold, and that is officially starter's orders.
Oh, he did it again. I think they might penalize him now. I think you're allowed to only get, oh, see, he's saying one more time and you're going to the back row.
You're saying 3rd time's the charm, you got this. Okay, we had seen movement again.
Oh, he is done. He is gonna be pushed to the back.
Robbie, I have to wonder, is there any chance that there could be any slipping going on in the clutching, or is this all rider reaction?
100% mechanical. I bet you the whole pipe warming button is faulting or shorting and not allowing to engage. So as he goes to rev up the engine, it's engaging the clutch, and it's unfortunate, and yeah, just one of those things.
Oh, that's a bummer. It's a tough break for him, but he was fast yesterday. We'll see what he can make happen from the back row. We are green. Studboy hole shot looks to be Nick Lorenz and Riley Bester out front.
Toby Posty in the mix as well. And look at Riley Bester, gets the advantage.
The Polaris duo out front, Riley Bester, Nick Lorenz, both proven multi-time winners in this class. Toby Posty.
I like that inside move. Took a little page out of Creighton Dillon the heat before. So watch for that to play in effect next lap around.
Riley Bester, of course, ending on the highest note possible. 1 round to go, so you know he's coming in walking tall, holding his head high after that.
And look at Drew Freeland, he is in the 4th spot with a back row start. Not sure how he made that happen, but great ride.
Well, I know that Levi Ensrud and Christopher Takis and the entire team over at Skoquist Race Team Skidoo have those machines super tuned. So not only that, but the rider ability that Drew Freeland brings to this Pro-Lite class, exceptional, and I cannot wait to see what he's going to bring to the table in 2024. That's what's nice about these rookies stepping up at the end of the season and setting the stage, learning as much as they can. What's going on behind our leader?
Freeland getting himself into 3rd, got around Toby, so he is making things happen. Inspiring ride he's showing here.
Inspiring indeed. Takes the inside line, followed by Toby Posty. So it's Bester, Lorenz, Freeland, Posty, who in the top 5.
Toby not having the weekend in the last few weekends that I was hoping for. He's showed so much speed and really got himself up there, but he's going the wrong direction right now, and I'm sure it's not sitting well that a rookie just came up and is leaving him in the dust.
And Drew Freeland, at portion of the track, is catching on Nick Lorenz. We have a Skidoo racer on the ground, the 530, as Eli Epling, another one stepping up this weekend. His premiere in the class, so tough break, that's okay. We've seen him get back up on that sled, re-enter the race course. The race, I should say, is Riley Bester is on your final lap, final corner.
He's picking up right where he left off last night, and that is checkers right there.
That'll do it. Riley Bester, Nick Lorenz, Drew Freeland with a top 3. Toby Posty, one of our rookies of the year. I must say, incredible effort for Green Mountain Racing. Skidoo. So good run from Posty, followed by Gustav Salomonsen worked his way forward. I believe that was the last lap pass we had seen for the number 46, followed by Tyler Uman, Emmerich Lejean, Devin Denman, and Eli Epling. Eli Epling, fortunately, did finish that race. These racers gonna hustle back to the pits and get ready for the round 2 qualifiers. Time to crunch. It's crunch time for them.
And the biggest thing is just to get clean. They've got this kind of dirt snow mix getting thrown at them, and everything is getting covered in that. So that is the challenge, staying dry, clean, getting goggles ready, helmets ready, gloves. Those are all huge things you got to really plan on and be prepared for a day of racing like this.
Yeah, the trailers look so pretty in the morning after they've cleaned them up a little bit, but if you go back there and you see photos of them during the night show, it is just a swamp in those trailers with all the water, mud, and snow, snert. So that is all part of it. And it does help these teams a little bit having a third heat race for Pro-Lite earlier on in the evening, or in this case, afternoon show. You have some more time to clean up, like you had mentioned, check all the bolts, and that's just safety check. That's not even maintenance on these sleds. So it is crunch time for all the team members involved. Well, in this one, round 1 heat race number 3, it's Anson Shield, Eric Downs, Evan Christian, Marcus Ogamar, Mitchell Gross, Trent Whitwer, Ingebrigt Hulsetter, Emil Michelson, and Oscar England.
And Ogamar was super fast in practice today. He looked great, really setting the tone, was out first, hitting everything right away. So watch for the 58. He is on fire. Oh, we got
the 119, Emil Michelson.
And he's been fast. He knows he needs to leave perfect on that outside. So might have to take a little page out of Drew Phelan. Line up on that inside, maybe make it work.
Yeah, well, one Pro-Lite rookie has done it. Maybe he can too. He's been racing the FXR Sport class this season. That's why you see the yellow background on his number plate. Here we go. Starters orders were green.
Anson Shield.
Anson with a great start, followed by number 129, Eric Downs, side by side for the race lead. Who's gonna get him into the gravity cavity?
Oh, Shield getting loose coming down that hill. Oh, but look at Evan Christian puts himself right into second. He went from 5th to second in one turn. Oh, as they get connected there.
They get connected, but look at the tear that the number 33, Evan Christian, is on right now. Eric Downs, even after that little bobble, I believe, will remain in second, followed by Christian, Ogamar, Trent Whitwer. That's your top 5, ladies and gentlemen. So now Evan Christian's going to have a battle shaping up between he and Marcus Ogamar.
Ogamar getting that inside to work.
And Ogamar knew he needed to just gas through that uphill in order to not let Christian by. It's tight up there.
Evan, he's just struggling in that chicane turn there. Really changed his race.
So Marcus Ogamar continues to duke it out with the number 33 KC Motorsports Polaris is Evan Christian. Oh, Evan Christian slips on by one more time, but what's gonna happen here?
Watch this, Evan, get to the inside, block pass him. Can he make it happen? No.
Brilliant maneuver by the number 58, Marcus Ogamar. And Trent Whitwer's right there behind them. I believe that's the 119 Emil Michelson.
Oh, look at the 115. Trent Whitwer got a good run down that hill. So Evan going backwards, not ideal. Look at the roost.
Oh, and he puts his hand up.
I think he was just trying to block some of that roost. That is intense.
It seems in ways worse today. I don't know if it's just the shadows, Robbie, or what, but it looks worse than yesterday.
Well, it is. We didn't get any cold weather last night, so that snow didn't freeze at all. So it's turning more to water than it was yesterday.
And we haven't had our eyes on our race leader because he's been in a league of his own. 2.6 seconds out front, Anson Shield is about to execute this third round 1 qualifier for Pro-Lite, and he does it. All finished racing Arctic Cat, the number 44, Anson Shield, followed by Eric Downs, Marcus Ogamar, Evan Christian, Engelbert Hulsetter, Emil Michelson, Oscar England, Trent Whitwer, and Mitchell Groves. Trent Whitwer just narrowly crossing the finish ahead of Mitchell Groves, kind of shaking his head, and he was not up to pace. So curious to know what exactly was going on there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have our first Triple Crown race of the day. That's the Amsoil Pro class. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Tyson's Snocross National.
Spring into savings now at Tyson's. Shop our great deals now through April 11th. Prevent grubs from damaging your lawn by applying Scott's Grub X at the first sign of spring. Save up to $15 with sale and rebates. Refresh your landscape with Scott's Naturescape mulches, now only $1.99 per bag after sale and rebate. Make your neighbors green with envy with Scott's Weed Control and Crabgrass Preventer on sale now. Save on these spring deals and more throughout the store or at Tysons.com.
Snocross National at Sundown Mountain Resort, round 16. We just completed our first round of Pro-Lite qualifiers. Up next, taking their sight lap right now, is the premier class, Amsoil Pro, getting ready for race 1 of the Triple Crown format. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here this weekend in Dubuque, Iowa for our season finale. You guys are awesome. We love getting the chance to go day racing. Look who it is, the 5'11", making his Pro class debut.
He sure is, and with that good qualifying time, he's going to get a pretty good starting position, so watch for him to jump out early. Hey, Josie, what do you see down there?
It's going to be exciting heading into our last Triple Crown of the season, and we're adding in, like you guys said, that Jordan Lavelle. When I was talking to him earlier, he said he's so excited to get out there and get ready to go and kind of get a feel for what these pros are like, because he has had the opportunity to race against some of them up in Valcourt for the Grand Prix for Skidoo, and he was so excited to kind of sit back, relax, and kind of take over the championship and then get out there today. But I think he's going to have an advantage because he's the youngest kid out there now. And like Emil said in the last round, he was winded. He was fatigued and tired after those 3 rounds, so that might be to his advantage. But speaking of Emil, it's really exciting news that he signed a 3-year contract now with Judnick Motorsports, and they will be sticking with Polaris. So that was before the Grand Rapids race that they signed it, and he's been doing phenomenal since then. So I can't help but think that definitely gave him a little bit motivation to do so well in this Triple Crown format.
Yeah, well, he may have an advantage being the youngest guy out there and fresh coming into this, but this is going to be even more grueling on him, 24 minutes plus a lap, so in ways it's going to be a huge challenge for him, but we know that he can rise to the occasion. He's proven that. He locked up his championship nicely. 1 round to go. Officially scoring in 4th, but that was well within what he needed to clinch that title. His 2nd. And with that, we sunset his Pro-Lite career. He accomplished so much in that period of time. So Jordan Lavelle, excited to see him line up. Well, in qualifying action today, we had some excitement, perhaps not in a good way for a certain individual. Elias Ischel goes for an off-road excursion. Alex needed the gravity cavity.
And he's extremely lucky he didn't get hurt on this. And that was one thing that we all pay attention to on the course, trying to make it as safe as possible, but he was just riding that edge, trying to find a little bit of time to get that fast qualifying time, and he obviously went a little too far.
Yeah, it can be tough to find traction. Would that be a spot, Robbie? These racers have talked about how the reality is that we are faced with a little bit of ice in there. Do you think that could be preventing him from finding the traction he needed to be able to correct from that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and then at the same time, you know, it's a little bit on the riders. They got to stay on the course. I know there's a smoother line out there, but, you know, there's that 50-50 chance that you could have happen what you saw there. So, you know, it's I like it, because it shows me that he's pushing, and I talked about it last night. I need to see him go after it. He can't sit back. Sitting back has lost him points. He needs to get after it, try to win, and shut down this guy right here.
Yeah, and I like that he's trying it, and that is very classic Ischel. He's so methodical when it comes to reading this track, so you know if it wasn't a mistake, he was trying each and every line he could to get a feel for it, see what works, or in this case may not have worked, or who knows, maybe he found something he could do differently with a similar line coming up in this first race. So that's Elias Ischel. We'll keep you updated with the championship scenarios for the two that are in close contention. Elias Ischel, of course, with that points lead over Emil Haar, and they're going to line up side by side, Robbie.
Yeah, it is going to be a battle right there.
That's going to be a great battle indeed. And Emil Haar, the starts he was ripping as of recent and again yesterday. So he's really put all the pieces together and continued to flex his dominance. Well, I want to know how this track is shaping up with these conditions, Josie, because you mentioned during opening ceremonies, the wind, the sun is now out. We'll take a look at the PerTech track report. 52 degrees, winds out of the southeast, 14 miles per hour. Wind chill 30 degrees, visibility is clear, and snow conditions, snert. A little snurty out there.
Snert. Yeah, snow dirt.
Yeah, so what we're seeing out here with the wind chill that's out there, despite how chilly it might be with the wind, the temperature without that still well above freezing. So you're seeing this heavy, just wet snow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. At this time of year, we can't expect much else, but the racing action has not been harmed by this. It's been pretty good.
It has been good. And I love that not just here this weekend, but really all season, Robbie, the difference between Friday and Saturday night, or Saturday night and Sunday afternoon in this case, we've seen different track conditions and we've seen it race differently. Even if the track conditions are relatively the same, we haven't seen history really repeat itself night after night and how close the racing is. There's always a shakeup, and I love how it races.
Well, we always find a little bit to tweak on and change, and having Friday or the first day, we kind of look at it, talk it over with the groomer, operators, and kind of feel like, hey, and talk to the riders too. Riders have a lot of say in what happens out there, and sometimes they have too much to say. We sit back and go, hey, you should worry about racing, but at the same time, you know, they're all trying to find an advantage, try to get themselves in a position to, you know, put themselves first.
And this is something that's always evolving, Robbie, and you know from your racing experience, and you've been a fan ever since your racing career, and you've been involved as well, that the tracks we see nowadays are not like then. And as we see the tracks evolve, that sometimes is a product of these sleds evolving as well.
Absolutely. It is such an insane amount of technology and growth in just the sled itself. They are so good right now. So you're seeing that, and the riders are in better shape than ever, and there's more talent than ever, and you're seeing it.
Yeah, and as these sleds evolve, the racers have to adapt as well. These sleds are getting faster, they're handling better, and the riders have to continue to up their game to keep up with these machines and vice versa. So here we go, Triple Crown race number 1, the fastest qualifier, Emil Haar. He's your first gate pick.
The rookie sitting in the middle. Ooh, Jordan got a good jump.
Side by side with his teammate Francis Peltier, but to the early race lead, Elias Ischel.
Elias not messing around. Haar sitting in that second. Looks like Peter Narsa sitting third.
Peter Narsa, good start for him, looking to rebound from round 15.
Oh, look at Narsa. Made that inside work. He puts himself into second.
That is ahead of Emil Haar, your overall winner. One round to go. Daniel Benham. We're going to make that corner even narrower. A tough break for Benham. Haar.
He came flying down that hill. He was not going to be denied. And look at, oh yeah, he does get it done. But look at Peter. He's fighting back.
Peter, what have you had up your sleeve that you have brought to the table here for this round? We love what we're seeing. The number 27, Peter Narsa. Elias Dischel, the Viking Rocket. He was the winner in race 3. 1 round to go. Beautiful, beautiful third final for him for the Amsoil Pro class in round 15. This battle is far from over. Evil Har, Peter Narsa, and now we have Cody Cam up in the mix.
Look at Cody. I love to see him start to throw his hat in the ring. We've got all the players up front. This is gonna be a barn burner for sure.
And Cody makes a pass on his former teammate from Henches Racing, Polaris at the time. Those two were teammates for a few seasons, so his way around him now, and he's caught up to Evil Har.
And Har keeps taking that outside line there. I think he's got to start making a switch, get it back to that inside, giving up too much time as Cody really closed the gap, but it is going to be tough to pass. You can catch him, but it is hard to pass. That roost is so nasty.
So tough out there for your top 4, but look who has entered the top 5. The rookie, number 5'11", Jordan LaBelle, followed by Peterson, Logan Christian, Aki Pulaya, Francis Peltier, and Daniel Benham.
Yeah, that is impressive, and he is all over Peter. It looks like he's gonna get it done. So he moved himself into 4th.
Okay, you front runners, you better look out.
Would that not be something?
That would be something indeed. And I can.
Oh, wow, he is on the edge. Look at Jordan. I love to see that. That was risky, but hey, it made up a lot of time.
And I can only imagine what his mom and dad were thinking when that happened. I saw his dad, Jonathan, in passing earlier today. He said, "I'm nervous. Jordan's making his pro debut." And I laughed because Josie was telling us before this race that Jordan was saying he's not nervous himself. No, he's excited. So that one had us all a little bit nervous, but this guy is a professional, and officially a professional now.
Now watch this. He's going to get this double again. Try that triple. Ew, it's just not working. He should maybe switch that up. Well, he's smart. He's done this. He's much wiser than his age, that's for sure.
In the play-by-play up in Valcourt, which is a non-sanctioned race of ours up in Canada, up in February, where that race is held. So I remember him having to work his way through the pack. So he knows how to move his way forward, and that is very key in this class, because you can get a great start, sure, but if you don't know how to navigate through the traffic in this class, that can be problematic, but he knows how to make it happen.
Yeah, he sure does, and there he got that a lot cleaner that time around, but you know, he needs to just get a top 4, top 3. There's 3 of these races. This will put him in position to where he needs to be. Hey Josie, how's it down there?
Well, Jordan LaBelle is obviously making this an interesting race, but definitely keep an eye on Cody Cam because he is putting pressure on Evil Har right now for that 2nd place spot. But I don't know if he realizes that Jordan LaBelle is right behind him because he's also getting pressure himself. You can kind of see him looking behind his shoulder a little bit. But it'll be interesting to see if right around this corner, if Jordan is going to try and make a pass within these next few laps because he does have some time left.
He does, and between when Josie, you started and wrapped up, we had seen Jordan LaBelle really reel in Cody Cam, and Evil Har's been able to distance himself just a little bit ahead of Cody Cam, but this one, we may see a 3-way battle between the 3. And as soon as I say it, Jordan LaBelle tries to make a charge. He knows that wasn't the moment.
Cut down though, missed that bump, saved himself a little time, little energy. Right there though, that is where he's losing time to Cody. He's got to get something figured out, and Cody's tripling. You can see that as he comes down. Oh, look at Cody! Got in front of Har. Har made a mistake, moves Cody to 2nd.
Cody Cam is on the podium in the main for the overall 1 round to go. He has been good late in this season with this format. At least suits his style. We see Evil Har taking the inside.
Pretty fun to watch though. You throw LaBelle in the mix. This is definitely gonna shake it up from what it was last night. Got a rider that is right there. Oh, Logan Christian having some difficulty.
And his teammate too, Hunter Patnote. So the Shearing Speed Sports duo. We see Logan Christian actually pulling off the track, adjusting his goggles. So not sure if that's a visibility issue.
And Jordan's teammate, Francis Peltier, getting lapped here, so he's not having a first round that he was looking for. Wiping his goggles, definitely having some issues. This guy, he's been lights out. 4 seconds up on Cody Cam.
We're having to see a bunch of racers right now have to remove a hand from the handlebar to clear their vision. They're doing all they can on your screen right now. That is Logan Christian, who is safely outside the race course. We don't know exactly what happened there. He appears to be all right, so curious to know if there might be something awry with the sled. Hard to speculate with not having seen what went down, but we are under 2 minutes plus a lap to go. Elias Ischel maintains this lead with a nearly 6 second lead. 3.6 seconds ahead of Cody Cam, followed by Emil Hart, Jordan LaBelle, and Peter Narsa, top 5.
Now Elias just lights out. Needs to be this way. Needs to, shut these guys down. There's been a lot of talk lately. Hey, Hart, he's looking great. He's done a lot. I think Elias finally had enough.
I think he has had enough. Our team had the chance to talk to him, and he said, I'm going to give you the boring answer, but it's really just the same thing as usual. We're going to do what we do best, what we know how to do, and that is go out and win races, try our best, and have fun. When you're having fun, that's when they tend to provide their best results. So Elias Ischel has to be having loads of fun out front with a 3.7 second lead. Extended that gap by 1/10 of a second, so Emil Haar still there. Hasn't let Cody Cam out of his sights. And about 1.3 seconds behind Haar is Jordan LaBelle. And with 39 seconds remaining, I believe next time by we may see 2 to go.
Look at Hart. He's working some line there on that inside. That is sneaky fast right there. He actually had so much time there. He had to let up, not hit Cody, so he might have showed his cards a little too early, though.
Now we'll see if he's able to make anything happen by capitalizing on those observations. Jordan LaBelle still there with Emil Haar in his sights. We have 6 seconds to go, so we're going to see the white next time. Haar
off the track. He better pay attention. Make sure he looked. He did. So that moves LaBelle to 3rd. Haar kind of unraveling a little bit in this race.
This isn't the Emil Haar that we've seen. We'll take a look back at what happened with Emil Haar. Goes across the Amsoil finish line.
Oh, he just landed on the edge. Not really anything he could do.
Our media personnel staying heads up right off the track there. So good quick maneuver. Glad to see him re-enter this race, but Elias Ischel continues to lead.
So Hart to 4th, not used to that, not used to seeing that. Sorry, it took me a little bit to spit that out, but Cody Cam 2nd, and then the rookie, Jordan LaBelle, sitting in that 3rd spot, which is really all he needs to do. Sit in 3rd, get that good starting position for the next round, position himself, 1 lap to go here.
1 lap, the white flag is officially out, and will I be surprised if Jordan LaBelle is in a top 3 overall position at the end of the afternoon? No, I will not be surprised, but we still have a lot of racing left to go before then. But on the final lap, Elias Ischel, while our front runners, the top 5, have in ways distanced themselves from one another, still gotta meet your marks for your final corner. And boy, it's a tricky one, so he's looking around, seeing how much room he has to work with, in hopes that he doesn't have to push too hard as he closes out race number 1 of round 16. Giving the wave to the fans, give him the nod.
Look at that, Cody Cam, Jordan LaBelle, Emil Haar, top 4.
There he is, so your running order: Elias Ischel, Cam, LaBelle, Haar, Peterson, Narsa, Pelaya, Benham, Hatnode, Peltier.
And unofficially, I think he might have wrapped up the championship right there. I don't want to speak too soon, but that might be it. Yeah, that's what he was trying to tell the crowd. That is 5-time champ right there.
Yeah, so that's he was signaling, he was celebrating, and unofficially has clinched that title, so we will get official tabulation and confirmation for him. So before we catch up with Josie, man, Robbie, if this is official and has clinched that 5th title, He is really, and I don't think it took until this season, he's established himself as an icon. Well, let's hear from him with Josie.
Elias, very exciting race, getting that whole shot out front right away. Seemed pretty easy for you. Obviously a big race, unofficial results, potentially the champion. Again, you have a ton of friends here from Norway, so talk about kind of getting this out of the way right away so that you can go out there and do it again.
For sure, it feels awesome. I've been working so hard for this since the summer and everything.